So in the first course section, we learned what React is and what it's about. We had a first general overview of React and why we might want to use it. In this course section, we are now going to dive into all the basics you need to know to build any kind of React app. We're going to explore all the base features, and most importantly, we are going to learn how to build component-driven user interfaces. So how to build user interfaces by embracing a concept called components, which turns out is actually embraced by React. And of course, I will explain what exactly these components are and why React embraces them in this course section as well. Now, specifically for that, as I said, we're going to learn about all the base features that make up React, all the core syntax. We're specifically also going to learn about a feature called JSX, or a special syntax called JSX, what that is and why we use it. Then, as I also mentioned, we're also going to learn what these components are, but most importantly also how we can build our own components with React and how we can use them and how we can work with them. And we're going to learn how we can work with data in React apps. Because most web applications are not just about showing some static text, but about outputting some data or updating some data when things change on the screen. And that's therefore also what we're going to learn in this course section, but also in the next course sections in general. Now, of course, I don't want to teach these things by just using some boring theory or slides. We will have all the required theory, though hopefully it's not boring, but we will also build this first example project here, this example web application. This here is entirely built with React, and we are going to build it together throughout this and the next course sections. And I'm saying and the next course sections because it turns out that React has a bunch of core features, and we will need a lot of these features in this application. It might look fairly trivial, but it actually isn't. Once we finished this first application, which also is not the only one in the course, you will have learned about basically all important key concepts which you need over and over again in any React app you're going to build. Now, what is that though? It's an expense tracker. We can see our expenses also by year here. We can filter. And you see, as I filter, this user interface automatically updates. It updates and with a nice animation, and it shows us the expenses for a selected year. And of course, we can also add a new expense. For example, maybe I bought some books for $39 in 2020, let's say on December 16th. And if I add this expense here, you see it shows up here, the chart updates, and the data is also there if I switch to another year and then back to 2020. So this expense tracker is what we're going to get started with, and as we're going to build it step by step, we are going to learn about all the key concepts you gotta know when working with React.